Yeah, we'll see how we go. When do we say cut?
Not yet. Okay. Welcome to Business Insider. Platinum IT Solutions.
Yes.
I got to say, we tried to get you before you were called away.
Yes.
To fix client problems. Much in demand.
Yes.
Tell me what Platinum IT Solutions does.
Platinum IT Solutions is a business that supports local business, which started off supporting local business, but now we're supporting businesses in the Hunter Valley, Newcastle area, some in Sydney. Basically, we install the servers, we support their network, and then we're a consultant to go to if, for instance, a business is growing, they want to know what's the next step, how do they do it, and yeah, we become the link man.
You've got quite a critical mass here on the Central Coast now in terms of technicians and infrastructure. Does that make a difference when it comes to the clients that find you attractive?
My technicians are very customer focused, and our client base are very much aware of that, and that's why they stick with us, and that's why they refer us on. We're very much a part of a business that will go in and sit down with the client and discuss everything, and we'll listen. And you know,
is the Central Coast still the hub of your business, or is more of your business done outside?
Mainly on the Central Coast. We're picking up a lot of clients in the Hunter Valley, in the Cessnock area, in particular golf courses. We've just picked another golf course up there, and as a result of looking after the Vintage golf course, which is a massive site, which encompasses hotels.
It is hospitality.
Hospitality,
tourism.
It's everything.
The fact that it's almost the golf clubs bolted onto the rest of this thing called hospitality.
Yes, and it's growing, constantly growing. So we're getting a lot of good feedback from that area, and we're just growing with that area as a business. I'm growing with them, so it's great. Yeah.
What about technicians? Do we have skilled technicians here on the coast, or do you have to import them?
No, we've got very good technicians on the coast. It just the hardest problem for an IT company is you can get a technician, but is he going to fit with the way we want to be perceived by our clients? And that's where we're very much focused. If I interview a technician who's got every diploma and every degree in the world, but I'm not comfortable with having him in the business to go out on site, I won't employ that person. I'd rather employ someone and teach them my way.
So what is your way?
My way is being personal. Get to know the customer. You know, don't sit there and tell the customer he's absolutely categorically wrong. Tell them why you believe that, you know, where they're heading is not quite where they need to be. And I honestly think when you can go in and create a environment or a relationship with your customers that they begin to trust you or trust you, in the end they will listen. I would never go into a customer and just sit there and tell them, no, sorry, we're not doing that, or no, that won't happen this week. You know, it's there. You're there for a reason. You're offering a service, and they want to feel like that you want to be there for starters.
And they're going to be better off.
And they're going to be better off. Yeah. I take great pride in building my relationships with my customers, and they need to ring if they have a problem and know that we're going to come down there and we're going to be friendly and we're going to be in there to help them. Because at the end of the day, your customers in this industry, IT industry, they're not ringing you to tell you their computers are going well. They never do. Right? It's a bit
like a doctor, isn't it?
They
say, hey, I feel good today.
They're only ringing you because, we need this, or we need to recover this, or, you know. As long as they know that they're going to get an answer, they're happy. And that's what Platinum IT Solutions is about, and that's what absolutely drive into my staff, and I'm proud that I get. Yeah, there's nothing better than walking on site and the client turns around and says, "Geez, you know, your staff, we're here yesterday and they're fantastic." And that's what I want to hear.
That's your way. That's a cool way.
Yep.
We've got extraordinary IT capacity on the Central Coast. I'm thinking Samuel Yates, Ultraserve, and you guys, Blink Technologies. Do we do enough to cluster you guys together so you know what one another are doing? Can we do more there?
Oh, absolutely. I believe there should be more of a workshop between IT companies, in particular Ultraserve, who are very big in the cloud. They're selling cloud services. We need to work together more in being able to offer our clients and future clients the services that are available to them on the coast. A lot of customers don't know what services are available to them on the coast. So we're out there selling those services, and the other part of it is does that customer need that service? You know, do they need to go to the cloud? Is it for them? Is it better just to stay the way it is? Can they afford it? You know, some customers yes, some customers no.
It is about listening to the customers.
Yeah. So you want the customer. If the customer comes in to me and says to me, "Grant, this is where we want to go. We've heard we want to go to the cloud, or you know, we need to put this type of server in. We need remote access or anything like that." We need to sit there, talk to them, work out exactly what they're trying to do, and then we advise them, and hopefully they listen. Some of them listen, some of them don't.
Yeah. With the arrival of NBN, is that going to be the catalyst to bring the IT cluster together on the coast?
I'm not quite sure. I think the NBN, it's going to give everyone fast broadband. Is everyone going to require that broadband to be super quick? Are they happy with what they've already got? As far as the, say for instance, the cloud services companies versus companies that aren't providing that, is that going to bring them together? I don't know. It's a question that when it happens, let's see what the impact is. Is everyone going to move to the cloud because of the NBN? I'm not sure. I reckon you'll find it'll be 50-50. Yeah, and it depends on the size. Again, it depends on the size of the business. You know, I'm finding at the moment the smaller businesses at the moment are probably more suited to go to the cloud, and it's simply driven by the software they're using. You know, what their requirements are for remote access. Have they got satellite offices? Do they have, you know, a number of satellite offices? And then you know, I've just said small businesses, but then you've got the larger businesses that may have a number of satellite offices, so the cloud suits them that way. So there's arguments for and against everywhere, and it becomes costs. A lot of, I think it's perceived that if you go to the cloud, you don't have to have a server. You don't have to have licensing, so it's going to be cheaper. Well, not quite. You still have to have licensing. You still have to pay for all of that. And a lot of small business doesn't understand
and
that.
It is, the real benefit, as I understand it, is about the speed and the availability of information and data. Is that the big drawback
for instance, video conferencing. Some businesses are relying on video conferencing. The NBN is going to bring that to them. It will be fast. But does everyone video conference? You know, medical industries it's going to be great for them. You know, but then I've got other companies that what they've got right now is suitable. In
hospitality, unless you're sharing across multiple sites, what we've got right now is perfect for them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So they're not going to the nanosecond improvement is not going to make all that much difference.
Well, no, but what everyone's looking at the moment is do we move our servers off-site? The mistake they're making is they're not seeing the physical hardware sitting in the office, but what they don't understand is that they've still got the hardware sitting in a data centre, and they're still going to pay for that. whether it's virtual servers or dedicated servers, they're still going to pay for licensing. They're still going to pay for that to be managed.
Infrastructure.
And the infrastructure. It's
just
still there.
Off-site.
It's just off-site.
Mm.
And the reason why that's happening now is things like the NBN and yeah.
Okay, but the opportunity is for our IT people to talk more.
Oh yes, absolutely. You know, like I use the cloud myself, right? Our systems, our managed services software is based on a server in Orlando. Our ticketing software is based on a server in New Zealand. So we use it in that way. So and that's the other part of it. People have been using the cloud for years. They just don't know. Yeah.
Where does this passion come from? After all, IT, you're either on or you're off. You're on. Why? What drives you, Grant?
Oh, look, 6 years ago I was working in a large company up here on the coast, Stevens Group, and they have given me a fantastic opportunity. I learnt there that I had a project management background as far as managing the IT. And I just ran with it, and I had the opportunity, and I was given the opportunity. And
no, you earned the opportunity. We correct you there. You earned the opportunity.
Yeah. And it's now been going for 6 years, and I enjoy it. I enjoy meeting the people. I enjoy sitting in front of people and trying to understand their business and trying to help them. You know, we're a service. We're trying to help customers understand why it's necessary to have good infrastructure in and good backbones of their network and redundancy and backups.
We could have had you here the last time we wanted you if that client had bought it.
But you know, the big change in IT now is that 6 years ago, I would sit in front of a customer after they've moved into a brand new office. Well, now I'm sitting in front of a customer before they move into a brand new office or start a new business. You have a customer that's saying, I want to start a new business. 6 years ago, they've already started and the infrastructure's in place and it's wrong. Now they're saying, can we have a chat with you before we do that? And it's because of the cloud, iPads, you know, remote access from home. You know, so that at least now it's all come to the forefront. It's not the last thing to think about, and their backups.
If we rush back to 6 years ago when you were starting, what would you like to have known then that you actually know now about running your own business?
I would have liked to have known. I would have liked to. I didn't realise at the time how hard it was to actually run a business. It was all well and good to run out there and say, I've got platinum IT solutions, and everyone was patting me on the back saying, good on you, mate, it's a great thing that you've done and you're having a go and everything. But and I'm thinking, yeah, it is good. But in the background then I had to, you know, cash flow's king, it's paying wages, superannuation. Yeah, it's that part of the business I wasn't quite ready for. And it probably took a couple of years to get that sorted. I was very lucky that I've got a wife who's a bookkeeper, and so she was able to help me out there and
total transparency.
Slap me on the wrist every now and then, so you can't do that, Grant. You know. So, but no, it's what I've learnt in 6 years is and I've made mistakes along the way.
We all should do that.
Yeah,
learn quickly, fail
learn
often,
and
learn
then
quickly.
Get on top of it again, and away you go.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We offer the opportunity to have a rant.
Yeah.
Have you got a rant on business? What would you like to see change?
Look, backups. You know, people don't put enough emphasis on disaster recovery. It's the one aspect of IT that, you know, whether you're in the cloud services or whether, you know, you've got to have a disaster recovery plan. It amazes me how many businesses and what size of a business I can go into, and they do not have that in place. They think they do until it happens and they realise they don't.
Yeah.
You know,
so most think they've got some sort of redundancy or some sort of backup happening.
Yeah, but a lot of them
don't.
You know, look, they're still in this, We change the tape every night. Okay, that's great. Is it actually, is it backing anything up? You know? Have you ever tried to restore from it?
Yes,
you know, and the amount of times we get calls. Can you come and help us? You know, we go down there and we go to help them, and we've only got bad news. But that's probably
it might lead on to the next question. If you had a tip for someone who is starting a business now, what would that tip be?
Get your infrastructure, your backbone of your business in place first. Don't try and start the business and think it's all going to run smoothly without having your network and your servers, and whether it's in the cloud or whether it's on site, and make sure you've got a backup plan and a disaster recovery plan, because they think it won't happen, it will happen.
They do. Yep. Assume the worst, plan for the best.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks a lot for your time.